Geeks Gone Raw.
I mean, he's like multi-talented. Like, I think he's like the closest thing that young people have to Prince these days. Because he seems like he's in a position where he can pretty much do anything. And Malibu is fucking fantastic. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking fantastic. And then his Tiny Desk concert, where he's like doing his song while playing the drums. And like, if you know any drummer and like, if you've ever played drums, like to be able to sing / rap while playing the drums and hitting consistent 16s on the hi-hat with one hand is fucking fantastic. Like that is something that's like extremely difficult to do, even for a seasoned professional drum player.
He started out with more of the old school sound and shit, but he gradually got into some more like new school, like hip hop type songs and whatnot. But it was a really good set, and he had fun with it. You could tell he was having a good time. I think he was just glad to be doing something. Since all this COVID shit. But yeah, it was cool. And when he would play some like grown folks type music, he'd be like, "This is grown folks music. Y'all don't know nothing about this." but yeah, it was cool. I had some sort of dance that was like kind of an 80s dance. It's the song.
You're talking about any kind of 80s dance. Now you're talking about something that Sam knows about.
I don't know what the dances are.
Like I said, Sam has no idea who we are talking about right now because he doesn't listen to anyone that came out after 85.
Right.
He was just talking about Radiohead on the last show. But yeah, I don't remember because it's been a while, but it's one of the dances that has a song with it. So when you do the dance, it plays a song or whatnot. But during the concert, it didn't play the song. But that dance, since it was like this or whatnot, it was like it worked so well with all the Anderson .Paak stuff. And like my son was like with like the Thor skin. I was like, okay, if you're gonna be Thor, I went ahead and bought in-game Fat Thor. And I'm like, I was like Dad Thor, like the whole thing, and like it was a fun time.
Are you still actually playing that sometimes, or you just?
I haven't played it since because I was like Aiden, because he was like wanting me to get Battle Pass. I was like, Aiden, you barely played a Battle Royale. That's how you level up. Like it's worth it. Like it's $10 and you get all this shit if you play. Right. He mostly plays creative. So I was like, we'll both get Battle Pass, but you have to play the Battle Royale, and we actually learned up. And that went for like 4 days. And then all of a sudden it was me playing with like his friends, and then he was like, yeah, I don't want to play. And like twice that happened, I was like, yeah, I'm not just playing with the little kids. I'm just going to play some grown folk stuff. But it's not like Fortnite's not a bad game. I don't think the time that I played with it, I realized it's not a bad game. It's just not for me.
That's how I feel about Battle Royale in general. I see it, and like I feel the exact same way about Among Us now. Like Among Us, I've been watching people play. Like some people that I already watch do stuff. Like when they play Among Us, I might check in for a little bit. One person I got into watching him play, and I watched him play for like 3 fucking hours. And it's one of the guys who normally does the shows about the marching band stuff. But of course, like with COVID, there's not really a whole lot of marching band stuff. So a lot of them kind of slowed down and tried to figure out other things to do. So he is not really a gamer. But he started playing Among Us with some friends, and it's fucking hilarious because one thing I learned, this guy is great at lying. Like, great at lying. So, like, he would have...
Psychopaths would thrive in that game.
Yes, because like he had strategies and stuff like that that I didn't even think of. Like he would, like him and someone else would be the imposters or whatever like that. So he would pick one random person. And like every time they had a conversation about something, he would always stick up for this one random person. And like kind of like every time someone got close to his partner, his imposter partner, he would say, you know, like, no, but I remember so-and-so, I saw so-and-so, and like we both saw so-and-so at the thing. So like it can't be him. And then like just going and then like accusing other people of shit and like just lying his ass off just to get them kicked out the game so that like it gets closer for him and his imposter partner to win and like all kinds of stuff. And like the juxtaposition of like the way he was streaming was he was streaming, but he also had his Discord on where he was talking to everyone that was in the game. So he would mute himself in Discord and talk to us at home about his strategies and how he was going to succeed at what he was doing. Like it is just like because of Among Us, and I saw a meme that somebody posted. And I didn't believe it until I actually started watching people play that game. Because of Among Us, I will never trust a jury ever. 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 Because you can convince motherfuckers anything. Like anything. It's like...
I was playing with my girlfriend and her friends and stuff. And we were just having fun in the thing. We were diming each other out, even if we didn't do it. Like, even if this person didn't do it, I was still like, yo, it was this dude right here. And then everybody believed it.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. Like, he was saying, like, yo, so-and-so, you know, like, if he was the imposter, he would say, so-and-so is getting a little close. So he would just start saying stuff to accuse that person. And then everybody would be like, yeah, so-and-so is sus. And then, like, eventually, they vote that person out. It was just like, excellent. It's just that whole thing is like it's hilarious to watch. I don't know if I ever want to play it.
It's just something to play with. It's best to play with friends. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Except for like when you play with my girlfriend and she snaps your neck.
Yeah, I played it once with
She was like, "Come in this little room with me here real quick."
With Matt and Mike and all them. And yeah, it was fun. I don't think it really resonated too well because there was only like 4 or 5 of us.
Oh, no. They were playing and there was constantly 10 people, so they had 2 imposters.
Right.
So that's what made it, because they actually like announced, hey, we're going to play some Among Us, all this kind of stuff. They were having people join the Discord. Now, here's the weird thing about Discord, their Discord. I tried to join their Discord, and I don't know what the fuck kind of security measures they got on their Discord, but it kept asking me to verify my phone number. And I'm like, I already have a Discord. Why the fuck do I need to verify my phone number? And then when I verified my phone number, it says, and like I verified the phone number from the website version of Discord, it says, you already have an account. Why are you verifying your phone number? I'm asking you the same
You should be
question.
like, I don't know.
It was just like I couldn't do anything. Like you had to go to like the rules and like it, but it wouldn't let me like the rules. So I was just kind of like, I can't actually play the game and I can't be a part of the chat because like until you get through the initial steps, you don't have access to anything other than the rules.
Right.
So that's the only time. That's the only time I've ever really had that kind of a problem with Discord. So I guess I can't be a part of that Discord. It seemed like it would be a fun place to be, just to kind of be there and talk shit to people. But
No, you could do that anytime. You could do that to Chase.
yeah, but like, I mean, that gets old. I mean, Chase know he whack. Why would I keep fucking with him?
Have we started already, or are we just goofing around?
We a little bit of both.
Or are we having our meeting as Chase suggested?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think we. I told Chase to go ahead and get the recording started, so like we can, because we did not. Okay, so that episode that we posted last week was like a month old. I'm like,
Chase.
no, it's my fault. That is 100% my fault. If I would have just took care of the shit when I was going to take care of it and not waited for Chase. And I thought that the number that you had for Chase was the right phone number.
You remember when I asked you like a month ago? I was like, "Does Chase still have the same number?" You're like,
I said, "I think so." Like,
so I was like, "Okay."
But then again, I realized that I had two phone numbers for Chase. I had two numbers for Chase, so I didn't. And so afterwards, I realized I don't know which number you actually had. But I didn't realize that until after the fact. Like,
Chase was like, "You never texted me." I'm like, "Yes, I did."
Did you give him the number? Because I don't remember giving him the number. So you might have given him the wrong one.
He already had a number. I don't know which number he had, but he had one.
Well, he had the one before my Pixel, so that was like 2 years old.
Yeah. So he had one, but he didn't have the right one, and that's partly my fault, and that's probably what took the show so long. And like
Scar gave me the number to Chase Bank.
Yeah, I did. You're welcome.
What's up, Chase?
What's up, man?
You want to open an account?
Let me get that.
Checking our savings.
Go get that free toaster.
Y'all niggas got to keep the change. Yo. And speaking of niggas, yo, have y'all seen the monologue, the Dave Chappelle monologue from Saturday Night Live?
Not yet.
I have not.
Yo, he says nigga like 20 times.
Damn.
It's great. First of all, Dave Chappelle is fucking fantastic. And like, but he says like, one thing that he says, like, Dave Chappelle is like the ultimate like truth teller. So he'll slide something in there, and like and sometimes you really got to think about it. And he during that monologue, he says he can't tell you the truth unless there's a punchline. And that shit is so profound. Like, remember when he released that other thing, that it wasn't funny. And like, what's it called? The one that he released online?
8.5 minutes or whatnot.
Yeah, whatever the time was. It was the time that the guy put on, George Floyd's neck. But when he released that, like, that was just full of truth. But because it wasn't really that funny, a lot of people had like a lot of criticisms of him about it. But like, so like, he probably thought like, hey, I can't even hit you with truth. Like, that was unequivocal truth in that video. But like, I can't tell you any truth without a punchline. And how fucking sad is that? Like, that's like, but he did it in his way, and like, it's one of those things to where it's like you always kind of find a reason to laugh anyway. Kind of like I was talking to my daughter the other day. My daughter saw Drumline for the first time. Now, I tried to tell her that Drumline and Thor basically are the same movie. too. And then also, she has no idea that Orlando Jones is supposed to be funny. She doesn't know Orlando Jones, so she doesn't know the guy on Mad TV. She doesn't
You ain't
know.
got no malt liquor.
Yeah, and she doesn't know like the make seven up yours, dude. Like she doesn't know any of this. So like when I explained to her, when you see Drumline and at the very beginning when they're playing, when they first make them go out on the field and they're playing when the Saints go marching in, and he's just sitting there just enjoying it, eyes closed, just enjoying it. In the movie theater, we all laughed because we saw that guy that we know that's funny. So we all immediately laughed and then realized that he's playing a serious character and went, "Oh, I guess I probably shouldn't have laughed there because he didn't really
He's
do
like,
anything
hit
funny."
him with the flight of the bumblebee.
Yeah, like we all laughed at that point. Like the moment you see him on the screen, you immediately laugh because you know him as the funny guy. And she was just kind of like, "I don't know him. I don't know that he's supposed to be funny. Like, what's funny about this?" And I'm like, "Yo, we laughed because he's the funny person." Even though like this whole movie is like serious dude and you know all that stuff. You know, he was the older in the
That
business.
was the first serious role I've seen him in.
Yeah. And then he knocked it out the park when he was in American Gods. Like he knocked that shit out the park. But I think he got a little bit too real, so they fired his ass. But yeah, his role in American Gods is like, yo, son, this is some real shit. Like the realest shit. Have y'all seen American Gods? I know it's a Stars show, so
No.
I'm
I
only
haven't watched it. I've heard you
I'm
talk about it though.
I've only watched it when I had Stars because I was watching Power. Even though I never activated my Stars for the Power Book 2 or whatever like that, the sequel show that I don't think is doing nearly as well because like no one's fucking talking about it. But apparently that's going on. But like we don't give a fuck about Reek. They don't give a fuck about following Reek around. Like fuck Reek. But for people who watch Power, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I watched it then when I had my Stars active for Power, and I really liked it. It's different than the book. I listened to the audiobook at least 5 times. The audiobook of American Gods is fantastic. If you haven't read the book or listened to the audiobook, you should do that shit. American Gods is fucking great. But the show follows a little bit different of it's kind of the same way that they did with like The Walking Dead, where it's like a lot of the beats are the same, but they changed it up just enough for it to make it its own thing. And like The Boys and all of that kind of stuff, that was like either a comic book or a book or something like that. You got to make it different for the TV people, because if it's going to be exactly the same as the comic book, you might as well just fucking read the comic book, that type of thing. But yeah, that's really good. Oh, The Boys. Season 2 was crazy, son. Y'all not watching The Boys either?
Yeah.
I'm watching.
There's only enough hours in the day,
Well, I got Hulu back.
Okay.
No ads.
I did not. I still got the ads one. I did finish the second season of Manifest. I like that show.
I didn't realize it was. I knew Hulu had a lot of TV, but like everything that we would ever want to watch is on.
Except for whatever's on CBS.
Yeah, and they got rid of the CW stuff before I got Hulu. I really wish the CW stuff was still there. Like that would make that stuff a lot easier to deal with, and like make it so that I wouldn't have to deal with the CW app, except for on my computer. Like if I could watch that stuff on my TV and not deal with them playing the same ad 6 times in a row.
Oh my god! When Hulu first came out with ads years ago, I saw the same Jack in the Box ad like 6 times in one 30-minute episode of something.
Well, I don't get no Jack in the Box because ain't no Jack in the Box.
This was ages ago.
But I mean, I think they're tailored. I do get some like Richmond ads and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. It was like, do you want to watch commercials about Ford trucks? Do you want to watch commercials about Laffy Taffy?
I missed it. You know what I miss? When I first got Hulu, they would be like, "Yo, son, we can give you one long ad at the beginning of
Oh
this.
yeah.
We ain't gonna play no more ads. You could just watch the rest of this shit straight through.
Oh, they got rid of that. Yeah.
You want to just do that?" And I'm like, "Yo, dog, I'll put up with the long ad. Fucking let's do this shit." And they just completely stopped doing that. I miss the long ad, dog.
Give me a long one.
So, yeah.
So speaking of which, speaking of Michigan, our national nightmare is over.
Is it over?
Well, it will be in a couple months.
I don't think it's over until there's a concession speech.
Oh, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
He said they're gonna have to get him out, kicking and screaming or whatever, drag him out of there. I want to watch that on live stream. I want to watch that on Twitch.
All you do, just bait him with some McDonald's on a stream.
Some McDonald's.
Just kind of pull it along. I mean, he's a grown ass man, a millionaire, that still eats fucking McDonald's. Like, come the fuck on. I know. Okay, so
he has some strange reasoning for it, though. He does say that it's because no matter what city he goes, it'll always be the same.
Yeah, but like, okay, I think what's his name? The other rich dude. There's like an uber rich dude who still goes to McDonald's and he still has like a regular house and all that kind of stuff. But like, he only goes to McDonald's for breakfast. He won't go for anything else. He goes to McDonald's for breakfast.
Well, McDonald's breakfast is pretty fucking fire, man. And their coffee is they got decent coffee.
I think it's Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett goes to McDonald's and he gets breakfast, and like, that's pretty much it. And then like, and he still lives like. Have you seen Warren Buffett's house?
No.
Warren Buffett's house is just the most average looking house you have ever seen. Like, it's just a regular old looking house. And like, for someone who is worth as much money as Warren Buffett is worth, like, you're just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, this is where you live, dog? For real? Hold on, I'm gonna share my screen. If you're at home, look up Warren Buffett's house. That's Warren Buffett's house.
Nice.
Warren Buffett is worth $79 billion. That's his house. That house is like, it's worth like $600,000 or something like that now. But like, when he bought it, it was like $31,000, and that was it. And he still lives in the same ass house. They say he bought it for $31,500 in 1958, and adjusted for inflation, he spent $250,000. It is now worth an estimated $652,000 and some change, and that's it. He's worth $79 billion. And he lives in
You can afford to move there, can't you? Chase can be like, I live in Warren Buffett's house.
Yeah. And that much difference between them. I mean, Warren Buffett's house, like, it looks cleaner. Like, the lawn is more like, you know what I'm saying? But like, Chase got enough space to make this house in his backyard.
He'd be like, he has an immaculate lawn.
Yeah, Chase got a big ass backyard. Like, it's like, he lives in the fucking country, so like, there's a big ass backyard. He can redo this house in that backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, I was scared. Like, when it got dark outside, I was looking for wolves and shit.
I mean,
like
that's probably how I would live, man. Like, if I had like a bunch of money, I'd probably live in a better house than I have now, but like, I would, kind of live comfortably and just know that I can go out to eat anytime I want to.
Yeah, I guess once you worth a certain amount, like, as long as you live in a gated community, you should be good. Like, and like, around other rich people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you worth all that money and like you live anywhere near where you used to live, like, you might want to move.
Yeah, so like, if someone ever gets robbed, you rob the other guy first.
Yeah, I mean,
Rob the other dude. He has money too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Was it Chris Rock that says like he starts talking about his neighborhood and all of the famous people that live on his street, but his next door neighbor is a dentist. You know what I mean? Like apparently dentists make a lot of fucking money, but like so Chris Rock lives in a neighborhood with all these famous people and a dentist. I should go. I mean, what people tell me about going to the dentist and like getting teeth fixed and stuff like that. Like, if you ain't got insurance, that shit is fucking expensive. Holy fuck, is like getting dental work super fucking expensive. I see why that guy lives in his neighborhood.
Yeah, one of my coworkers was going on about like the thousands of dollars of dental work they had that they, because of insurance, she was straight.
Yeah,
And I'm like, man, that's the dream right there.
yeah. And then I remember Bomani telling the story when he first went to Miami.
The whole ship?
No, not the whole ship. That was before Miami. But he was talking about like going on one of these tours. Like he was with a friend and they said they wanted to go on one of these tours, see all these famous people and stuff like that, famous people's houses and stuff like that. And it might have been a boat tour or something like that. So they just see it, look going around and say, hey, that's so-and-so's house, that's so-and-so's house. And then like, there just happened to be a small little island over there to the side by itself with just one house on there, one big ass house.
Story.
And there's just an island. And it's just like, well, who the fuck's house is that? Like, it's just an island with a shit by itself. Oh, yeah, that's the guy who created Viagra. Oh.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think I don't know what I would do with myself if I was worth that much money. Like, I mean, because, like, you just want to Warren Buffett that shit and just kind of do regular shit, but like you can't really do regular shit. Like I guess like Warren Buffett still goes to McDonald's, but like if he didn't live in like bumfuck Nebraska, like he couldn't just go to McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like if like Warren Buffett lived in Richmond, he can't go to that McDonald's. Like he got to, you know what I mean? Like he can't go to that one. Like
like Mark Zuckerberg. Like apparently he walks to work every day. I'm like, how has somebody kidnapped this man yet?
Exactly. Like, well, especially once Facebook went public, bruh.
Well, yeah, like, yeah, I always said that I wanted to be, like, backup singer famous, to where, like, nobody really knows who I am, but I got the money. You know what I mean?
No, I always said, look, if I ever get famous, you know who I want to be? Chad Hugo. Chad motherfucking Hugo. Chad Hugo can go to fucking Walmart right now, and ain't nobody gonna fucking bother Chad Hugo. That's who I want to be. If I ever get famous, I want to be Chad Hugo. You know my work. My work is everywhere. But I got a partner that stands out front in front of everything. So, like, if you want to talk to somebody, you want to talk to the famous person, you talk to Pharrell. You don't say shit to Chad Hugo because Chad Hugo is always in the background. He's there to make the motherfucking music. He is not there to actually sing shit and do shit himself. He's there to make the motherfucking music. He makes the Neptunes go. The Neptunes wouldn't be shit without Chad Hugo, but you only know Pharrell. Pharrell can't go to fucking Walmart. Pharrell can't go to Walmart at all. Chad Hugo can go to motherfucking Walmart right now in Virginia Beach and he would be perfectly fucking fine. That's who I want to be. Chad motherfucking Hugo.
Yeah, Hugo.
You know how much money Chad Hugo must have? Like, like all the Neptune's shit and like all this stuff. Like, and he's like one of the guys behind all of this. Like there was one point where like the radio was just being dominated by the Neptunes in their production and all of this kind of stuff. And like you could like the Billboard top 10, like 8 of them were produced by the Neptunes. You know what I'm saying? It was some shit like that. And like that dude can still go to fucking Walmart. That's a life I want. I want that life.
Basically, what you're saying is you want to go to Walmart.
I want to still be able to go to Walmart, dog. Sometimes a nigga might need some chicken and some stocks. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it goes that way.
You go visit Scott in Timpan.
Yeah, but I mean, I ain't going to visit Tim, man. I'm sorry. I'm not going. I'm not
Oh, in
going,
Alabama.
I'm not going to Mississippi. I've been to
Oh, he's
Alabama.
in Mississippi. Okay.
Yeah, he's in Mississippi. I'm good. I've been to Alabama. Alabama was not that bad. In fact, like I said, like I've always said, the Confederate flag that I saw in Alabama was on the back of a truck with Virginia plates, and it was airbrushed on the back of that truck. So Alabama was not that bad, but then again, I didn't really do a lot in Alabama. I was just kind of in my hotel room. We may have went out to eat or something like that, but it wasn't really that bad. So,
speaking of things on the back of bumper stickers, I got to share something with y'all in the chat.
Okay.
It's I tweeted this, but let me see if I even still have it. I might have gotten rid of it. Oh, there it is. Check this out.
Which chat are you sharing it in?
The chat, the Google chat. The Hangout.
Okay.
So it's not this.
No, it's the Google chat.
Wow.
You see the bottom of that? And this was after the election.
Wow. It's, you know what? These days, I don't even blame trumpets for just believing in their demigod. Because that's basically what it is at this point, right? Trump has basically become like a demigod.
See, I used to have a theory. My theory used to be that, kind of like us with Hillary, we don't like the person, but we voted for him anyway because not to vote for the other guy. This is what I used to think about people who voted for Trump. That's not the case. These people are psychotic and cultish.
I think it's a little bit of that because everyone, I deal with this on a regular basis because I have the two people that I work closest with at work are both Trump fans. One of them actually voted, the other one did not. But the one that didn't vote is the one that goes harder about this, and it's fucking weird. You didn't even fucking vote. Why are you going hard about this? But I guess the one that voted, I was able to actually really talk to her about some of this stuff and kind of get an idea of why she feels the way that she feels. But even she started to be a little bit disillusioned by the goings on around him. It's just yo, I need you to be a president. I don't need you to be Twitter magnate. I need you to be a president. But then Joe Biden didn't present much of a difference for her. Because let's be honest, when they said Joe Biden was going to get the nomination, I've been calling him Blue Trump this whole time.
I was about to say, they know that he's basically a Republican.
He's very centrist. He's very centrist. But then again, Obama was a centrist more than anything. Obama was left of center. But they still wouldn't come meet Obama in the center, because he was black. But he's much more of a centrist than to batshit insane. We are going to redefine what's on the right side of Trump. But he's basically, but he's also the guy that talks reckless and all of this kind of stuff, and he just says shit that you just kind of no, don't say that. Except for he just doesn't do it on Twitter. That's the real difference between he's not gonna, Joe Biden is not gonna embarrass us on Twitter, which I guess is fucking progress at this point, right? Joe Biden is not gonna embarrass us on Twitter.
The sad thing is he's probably more racist.
I don't believe that's true. Because here's my thing about all of this stuff.
Well, when he was younger, wasn't he pro segregation and all that?
Yeah, but it was 1970 fucking two. Who the fuck didn't feel this way? And
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie fucking Sanders, oh my god, I marched with Martin Luther King. Yeah, but you can only hold that. You can only hold on to that.
Were people who were actually there all I never seen this dude?
But yeah, but then the thing about Bernie is Bernie's from Vermont. Bernie has never really had to deal with black people. We're not really a strong part of Vermont. You know what I'm saying? So like Bernie's policies and stuff like that, they sound really cool, but how he dealt, like as a black person, like you can actually see this, how he actually dealt with black people was indicative of the fact that he never had to deal with black people. And guess what? Who delivered this fucking win for you? Black women. Like you black women. 91% of black women voted for Biden. Like that is a huge, black women vote in the same numbers as white men. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's significant when it comes to an election. So like if Bernie can't get through to those people because he doesn't know how to relate to those people because he's never really had to work with those people, that's the reason why he can't get through the election process. Because he doesn't know how to deal with, he doesn't like. Remember when Bernie was on stage and those two black ladies just started yelling shit and then got on stage and he was just like, fuck it, let him have the stage. Like he had absolutely nothing to say to them. And like a real politician would have had something that would have made them, that would have been like, okay, cool. We gonna hear you, but you're gonna hear me first. Like, you know what I mean? I'll let you do your thing. But like, and instead of like coming to some sort of agreement with these ladies, he just let them have it. And he just let these ladies walk all over him because he doesn't know how to relate to black people. He basically ran. You know what I'm saying? Like he basically ran from them. It was just like, no, they got it. I'm just going to go over here. I'm just going to get out their way. I'm just going to go over here. And instead of like, he could have did two things. He could have shut them down and said, this isn't the time for this. Or he could have went and stood by them and said, okay, let's try to find some sort of middle ground here. Like you did this in front of everybody and you just kind of fucked my flow up. So let's try to figure out how the fuck we can do this in a better way. And that part would have showed a lot of leadership on his part when it came to dealing with the people he'd never really had to deal with before. At least in Joe Biden's camp, he's the vice president under a black dude. He had to work with black people before. Like, we understand this. He understands this in a way that fucking Bernie didn't. And Bernie has all of these fucking lofty goals, which sound great. But like, how the fuck you gonna pay for all of this shit? Because the only only place that money can come from is if we lower our fucking defense budget, and then white people would absolutely lose their shit if we lower the defense budget. Which technically we don't need such a large defense budget, but a lot of people, white people, feel like we do, and like like our military does nothing but go other places and fuck people up. Like we don't do a whole bunch of protecting. We don't protect anything at home. The military doesn't do that. Like the FBI and all of that kind of stuff and the police, that's what they do. Like we can't put the military on our streets. So like the only thing that we have all of this money and all of this equipment and all of these people there to do is to go fuck with other people. And in turn, we create more people to go fuck with. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the military bombed my village. Now I'm like, fuck, death to America. So now you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, they bombed my village looking for somebody who wasn't here. So now I'm like, fuck America. And like, now so in turn, they just keep creating the thing that they keep fighting. It's like they keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's like it's like in Dragon Ball Z, the motherfucker who created Cell, and Cell was just like, no, fuck that, I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna fuck you up. And then he's just like, all right, you fuck me up, I got you. I'm just gonna make another Cell. How about that? And that's just what the military just keeps doing. I'm sorry. I don't understand people who stand for the military. I don't understand it. I get the whole, like, you feel like it's patriotic and stuff like that. And then it's just like, okay, that's cool. But like, basically we con a bunch of young people who don't feel like they have very much of a choice to go settle beefs of rich dudes. Like they get to go die because rich dudes got beef. Like it's what's right about that? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's like we gonna come up with an idea of why we going to Iraq. But the truth of the matter is the motherfuckers got oil. We need that oil. So we just go. So I'm gonna create a beef. You know what I mean? I'm gonna create a beef. I'm gonna say Saddam Hussein is a motherfucker, and then Saddam Hussein gonna be like, y'all some motherfuckers, and then we get to go send people to go fuck that place up. We took over Iraq in 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks. We took over a whole fucking country in 2 weeks. You can't take over Chicago in 2 weeks. Like, we created a big bad monster that we took over the whole fucking country in 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I get a little bit carried away, but like, and then like, we do all of this stuff and like, we fucking, the part that still throws me is like, okay, here we go. The people who did 9/11 were from Saudi Arabia. Most of the people involved were from Saudi Arabia. The people who planned the stuff, most of them were in Afghanistan. We fuck up Iraq. What's wrong with this situation here? And then like we fuck up everything so much until we get to the border of Pakistan, and then we back off a little bit because we don't really want to piss Pakistan off like that. There's weird shit that goes on with like the politics of the world. And like that shit makes no fucking sense to me.
But it was really Bush and Cheney that planned it.
I don't believe. And here's the thing.
I'm getting Scar round up.
When Loose Change came out, I was all about it. Like when Loose Change came out, I was all about Bush and Cheney set this shit up, and like because like Loose Change starts off with someone calling. A politician in the cabinet calling someone and was like, man, don't take a trip this day. It changed your day, dog. Apparently that dude got a call from Condoleezza Rice.
That's like the equivalent of don't come to school this day.
Yeah, for real. But like apparently Condoleezza Rice called one of her homies and was like, man, don't go to New York this day, dog. It's about to be some problems. But like, and when I watched Loose Change, I 100% bought into that shit. Kind of like, you watch Making a Murderer, and you truly believe that like, yo, this dude might be innocent. And then like the moment that shit's over and you sit down and you really think about it, he fucking did that shit. Ain't no fucking way.
I watched the first few episodes of that. I'm like, oh, this dude sounds like an okay guy who just got caught up with some mess. Nope.
Yeah. But see, here's what I say about the whole 9/11 thing. Where people say that Cheney, I believe he might have had something to do with.
Oh, Cheney is a mess. Like, have you seen the movie with?
No, I didn't.
What's his name?
I know what you're talking about.
With Batman. The movie with Batman.
So, but
anyway, like in that movie, you can see it you can kind of see that he is a little bit of a plotter.
But see, the idea that administration got so much wrong. Do you know what they would have to get right if they were really in on 9/11 to make that shit really happen? Like this group of people that have gotten so much wrong, all of a sudden this one thing that they did perfectly doesn't make any sense. Even if Cheney is involved and stuff like that, do you know the confluence? You
carry yourself as a bumbling idiot so nobody suspects you.
Nah, I don't think that's true. I mean, because I know the truth of W. He was never supposed to be the president. Like
supposed to be his brother. Right?
It was supposed to be his brother, but his brother and Al Gore were too similar to each other, so they couldn't let him go. They were like, you and Al Gore are way too similar to each other. Al Gore was the fucking vice president, so like he probably got a leg up on this. So we got to pick somebody else from the family to go. And it was like, you cokehead little brother? Let's do that. You know what I mean? Let's clean him up.
Yeah, pick him up from whatever gutter he's in this week.
Yeah, clean him up.
Give him a shower.
Make him put the team up because like he was just the owner of the
he was the owner of the Rangers. Well, he owned less than 2% technically.
Yeah, I mean he was part owner of the Rangers. He was just living his best life. You know what I mean? cocaine hoes.
He was the governor. He was the governor of Texas.
Yeah. So they was like, yo, I'm going to need you to wrap this thing up. We need you to go be president. He's like, man, what, my brother's supposed to be president? But man, he's too similar to Al Gore. Why the fuck y'all want me to do this? And like, like that idea of like, like I don't think he was playing as the bumbling idiot. Like, I don't think he was playing. It's just like, he was the guy who, he's the guy that his family lied on his resume so he could get the job. He got the job. It was like, I don't think he really knows how to do this. That's basically what it is. Like, he went to his mom and them, his dad and his mom and them, and they filled out his application to be the president, and he won. And it's just like, okay, what the fuck am I supposed to do right now?
I'm telling you, like, go watch that Dick Cheney movie. It explains a whole lot.
I mean, if it's on one of the streaming services that I have, I'll watch it. But I ain't going.
I don't even know how the hell. Oh, I think I watched it on HBO even years ago.
Oh, that one. I know.
Yeah, the one with Batman. I forget Christopher Nolan. That one is
I was
really,
thinking
really...
of the movie that's actually called.
Oh, the Josh Brolin George Bush movie. No, not that one.
Okay.
Go watch this one. You can see it pretty much says that Dick Cheney was pulling the strings the whole time on the Bush administration.
It seems rather likely. Yo, Dick Cheney shot his motherfucking friend.
He shot his friend in the face.
In the fucking face.
And he made him apologize.
And the friend apologized to him. Like, what the fuck kind of shit? You shot your friend in the fucking face on a hunting trip, and he apologized to you. What the fuck kind of evil motherfucker you gotta be?
Dude, you should see that's in the movie. It's like so funny. It's so funny the way it happened. He's just sitting in the truck, and all of a sudden he just decides to pick up his rifle and boom, just blow it, just shoot his friend.
Yo, that's got to be the fucking devil incarnate. You shoot a motherfucker in the face, and he apologizes to you.
It sounds like you're playing Call of Duty, and your friend runs in front of you, like, shit, get out my way, man. You got my shot.
No, but still, even in that case, your friend is going to be mad at you for killing him in Call of Duty. The person that got killed in Call of Duty apologized to the other motherfucker. That's what happened in this case. So, like, you shoot your friend in the fucking face on Call of Duty, and your friend be like, my bad, I got in your way. When does that happen? Even in something small as Call of Duty, that shit never happens.
And he's like, I'm sorry for fucking up your KD ratio, Cheney.
Actually, yeah, he only really fucked it up because he didn't die.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sorry for not dying.
Fucking shit. Have you been watching The Mandalorian?
Yes.
We got 2 episodes out.
Baby Yoda is he's a monster, man. You better hide your kids, hide your wife. Baby Yoda is a beast.
Baby Yoda in that last episode. He's
like Garfield with lasagna.
Yes, he's very much like that.
He's like, well, maybe just one more.
Yeah, like every time you look away from him in that last episode, you turn back and he's like,
he's like just one little taste. It's a snack.
He's like Bob from your office when there's donuts. You know what I mean? Like every time you turn around, Bob, why are you at the table with the donuts? I thought you already had some, Bob.
I'm just looking at the sprinkles. Oh, they got a nice chocolate one. Oh, you don't mind if I do?
It's like, Bob, why are you at the table? They got maple bacon, dog. Like,
I didn't see these earlier. They just put these out. That's what happened.
Yeah, I ain't even had seen these. I ain't even had seen these.
If you watch the episode, you'll understand.
Hold on, wait. Before I forget it, I'm going to forget it. I ain't even had seen these.
Did you see at the end of the episode when everybody went to sleep, Baby Yoda just popped one out of his pocket? Like,
yeah. That motherfucker's a demon, yo.
Have you seen it, Chase?
No,
you have no idea what we're talking about. Just don't turn your back on Baby Yoda. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I have been doing some Disney Plus. Me and Amber, we decided to do a little 90s. So we're going back, and since we got Hulu, like, we haven't the past couple of nights because I was one whole hog out on fucking Destiny to get season over with. But We were doing 2 episodes of Buffy and 2 episodes of Boy Meets World every
Fuck yeah,
night.
man.
So we were doing that.
Where you at in
Between the two of us, we're still in season 1, 6th grade.
Oh no, you got to get past season 1. Like you got to just blaze through that shit. Season 1 is crap sticks.
Crap sticks.
Well, it has some good Feeny moments.
It's the problem with season 1 is it's way too monster of the week.
It's different. Are you talking about a Buffy or are you talking about? She's talking about Boy Meets World.
I'm talking about Buffy. I don't give a fuck about that.
He's talking about Feeny.
He said Feeny. I was like, who the fuck is Feeny? Never mind.
Well, you said you said what season are you on Boy Meets World? Is what you said.
I said Buffy.
He just said what season are you on? That's all he said.
I was talking about Buffy. I don't give a fuck about Boy Meets World.
Well, Buffy,
Boy Meets
we are
World
still
season 1. Boy Meets World season 1 is vastly different from the rest of the show.
Yeah, but yeah, in Buffy we're still in season 1. I mean, on both we're on season. So yeah, yeah, it's definitely but the thing is, because we were thinking about doing some X-Files too, but Amber just wanted that on in the background when she's doing stuff. So
you want to talk? We can talk X-Files, Chase. Come on now. I want to believe.
This motherfucker leaned into the microphone. That shit just got so real fast.
But me and X-Files, it's like, I guess when it was on, it was different. But when you're binging it, it's like I love the Monster of the Week stuff.
Thing to binge. It's one of those things where you have to watch one episode and just walk away for a few days, and then go back and watch another one.
Yeah, because the Monster of the Week stuff is so good. But then when it kind of gets real,
X-Files ever.
Well, when it kind of gets real, like with the whole alien stuff, to me it's less interesting, than the Monster of the Week stuff. Because some of the Monster of the Week stuff is some unique fucking shit.
Yeah, well, the main storyline, the deeper it gets, the more ridiculous it is.
Yeah,
because even like the last 2 seasons, season 10, season 11. Whenever they do like the main storyline, when the episode's like My Sacrifice or whatever, or My Feelings or whatever the hell it's called.
My Sacrifice.
Yeah, those episodes, they're literally titled My Sacrifice. But it's
they played that song when I was watching wrestling.
2.
They played the fuck out of that song for one like Summer Jam or some SummerSlam or some shit.
Like, why would he?
Like, those episodes are absolutely ridiculous. That's all I'm saying.
He's like going off about the government's hiding aliens. I was like, dude, you just saw a dude like take apart people's skin and like some sort of monster that lives under the fucking sewer that's like eating babies. Like, why do you even care about aliens?
Oh, that wasn't the right word.
There was an episode where a dude can like contort his body to where he can squeeze through air vents and kill people.
Yeah, so that shit. He's dealing with that shit.
Really?
Yeah,
and yet he's like, and yet the big thing is just aliens. It's so.
Because he's trying to find his sister. Come on, Chase. Come on.
I know, but still, it's a lot less interesting than the weird. I mean, there's some weird fucking monster like that dude, and like there's some really good episodes. But yeah, in Buffy, the season 1 is. I mean, it's good, but it's like
no, it's not. Don't even lie to yourself. That season 1 is not good at all. It's not. Just don't lie to yourself. As a Buffy fan, it's my favorite TV series of all time, and I know season 1 is fucking terrible. It's bad. Like the only like through line that you got is the whole shit with the master, and like they killed Darla too early. Like all kinds of shit happens in the first season, and you're just like, what the fuck is this? And then like you just happen to once you get to season 2, then it all just kind of makes sense.
It was funny, like the part where they're having the bloodlust or whatever they were calling it, where they were going to go and like just have a big feast at the Bronze.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were all partying and whatnot, and the bad guy was there, and then all of a sudden, all the vampires are coming in slow motion. I looked at Amber, I was like, well, here comes the Juggalos to wreck the party. That's what it looked like. They were just tight.
Was season 1 and season 2, were they on 2 separate networks, or was it all the same?
No,
the reason for it to be
it was all the same network. It was season 1 was a mid-season replacement for something.
So they just put a bunch of episodes of it together and just like here.
Yes, it was a mid-season replacement for something. So they just wanted to get something out.
And it just
and
caught on.
and Joss Whedon felt burned by the movie that they made, and just like, no, I want to take my shit back and make something else. So like then it was just like, well, you got it, but you're a mid-season replacement. I need you to get some episodes out as fast as you can. So he just did what he could in the time constraints. But then like starting season 2, that's when he really got to like make his vision of what he thought Buffy the Vampire Slayer should have been in the first place.
In the season 1, the vampires look goofy as shit.
Yeah,
I never saw the movie. Did you?
Yes, I did. I saw the movie in a movie theater actually. Fucking Pee Wee Herman is hilarious in the movie. Like fucking hilarious. Like he has a beard and he has a long hair. I guess it's a wig. He's a completely different person, but you fucking know that that's Pee Wee Herman. Fucking like the movie is hilarious because you find out later that like they were like, hey, we like this idea, Joss Whedon. We're just going to make this movie. All right, so I got some notes on how you should do this. No, we don't need your notes. We just going to make a movie. And that's basically what happened with the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. Like, they just decided, we just going to make this shit. Cool with you? All right. Finger guns. And then, like, what happened
They had a
was...
multiverse episode where, like, the Buffy from the movie met the one from the TV show.
They have done stuff like that, but not necessarily that way. They started a new comic book called Frey.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
They started a new comic book called Frey, and Frey was like way in the future. Shit was just the world was different, and like all of a sudden, like the Slayerness came back to Frey. And there was a moment where she met Buffy.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's the thing where Buffy actually meets the first Slayer. But that's like season. Well, it's the season after it changed. I think that's the season after it changed.
Oh yeah, because she was more like Boba Fett, like mercenary type Slayer.
Did she fall in a pit too? Actually, the first Slayer was this African chick, and they
tell me more. Tell me more. I'm being funny, Scar. Go ahead, continue.
I guess I missed that. I was too busy thinking about
more.
Okay, but no, it's that happens. She meets the first Slayer, and then like later on she meets Frey, and then like there's all kinds of stuff where like like there's an episode where she doesn't necessarily meet them, but she meets two Slayers by way of Spike, where he talks about the two Slayers that he killed, and he talks about like them in detail. So where she kind of, because like part of being a Slayer is you kind of have these visions in your dreams about these people and what they went through and all of this kind of stuff. So it's crazy stuff. And then all of the comic book stuff that happens after the TV show ends, because the seasons kind of keep going through comic book form, and it gets batshit insane. Like, but all of a sudden,
they got free reign to do whatever they want.
Yeah, like all of a sudden, Buffy's gay, and like fucking like it's like weird shit. Like some of the people from Angel are now demons now because they got turned into fucking vampires during that last episode that you didn't actually see what happened, but like in the middle of that they got turned into a vampire. So in this new season of the show, in the new season of the comic book, that person's a vampire now. So good luck. Like shit like that. It's just like it goes fucking insane. But I love it. I held on with the comic books for as long as I could. I just couldn't do it anymore because it was just way too fucking insane. So, how do y'all think that this whole election thing is really gonna go? I'm just here for the
quo.
I'm here for. I don't think that anything is really going to change with Biden being the president.
Well, I'll tell you one thing: his wife and kids are not going to be like like ambassadors to the Middle East or whatever the heck.
Yo, I learned some things this weekend about Biden's wife that I never knew. Shorty is about that life. Apparently, he was giving a speech, and I don't know when this was. I don't know when this was. It was if it was during this campaign trail or whether it was previously when he was vice president or something like that. But apparently, he was having. There was some disruption in the crowd, and she stepped up to the plate before the Secret Service did.
Okay.
She got up there ready to fight. Apparently, she's from Philly. So like, then all of that shit made sense. I was like, oh, okay. She might be down to scrap at any point. Like, she from Philly, so like, ooh, be careful with Mrs. Biden. You know what I'm saying? But like, apparently she is about that life, and like, I'm cool with that. And she actually, thank God, we're gonna have a president where his wife seems like she actually cares about him.
Damn.
I think Melania just wanted the fuck out of this shit from the very beginning. She was just like, what the fuck, you won? I didn't sign up for this shit.
No, there was a picture of like the entire Trump family sitting there like on the night that he won, and you should look at his eyes. His eyes are like, oh my god, now I actually have to go through with this.
Right. And she's been an antagonist to his persona this whole fucking time. Like, they just be walking together. He tried to grab her hand.
Oh yeah, there's like a compilation video of all that.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of those where he just tried to grab her hand, and she's like, "Nigga, please, like no."
Nope.
I don't even think she likes him that much, but like, yo, I guess you know what I mean.
She likes that status though.
You got me my green card. And
right, you got my family up out of the dumps.
You got my parents about the Russian hood. I guess we got to do this.
My uncle had to tunnel through the sewer. It's all good.
Yeah, my uncle was in the gulag, and you helped him out. So I guess I owe you something.
You got my uncle out of Chernobyl.
Yeah, you got my little baby cousin Chris out Chernobyl. He was there working on the railroad all the long day. I don't know what the fuck happened.
They had him out there. Did you ever see the teaser trailer for the next season of Stranger Things?
I've never seen Stranger Things.
Oh, okay, well, never mind. No, there's a character that disappeared at the end of season 3, and the teaser trailer, he's up in Russia. He's up in Russia on the Chain Gang.
Wow,
It's like, that was one of Melania's family.
Didn't he run before, but like he just kind of backed out and then wrote a book about it and whatnot? Maybe Trump.
No.
I thought he ran for a little bit in 2000.
Mm-mm. Not that I'm aware of.
But anyway.
First time he ran, he won. As far as I know, first time he ran, he won.
I was thinking maybe it's kind of like he kind of got caught up in all of it, and then I like the people that go on eBay and they just like they just kind of like keep bidding because they just get caught up in the hype, and then by the time it's all over, they're like, "Holy shit, I won!" Now I have to pay $500 for this copy of Dodgeball.
No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. And this is exactly what I've done. I've done this before. Have you ever been to Dollar Tree right after you get some money? And like you just like, well, it's just $1, and that's basically like what it was. It was just like raising his profile to, his celebrity profile. Just like, I'm trying to be president.
Yeah,
watch this.
Apparently, he was planning on starting his own cable news network, and he was going to use him running as president as platform to get the whole thing kicked off.
So like, what happens when like you start and you're just kind of like, oh, this is only $1, and then you just kind of keep going, and then you realize that everything here is just $1, and you're just kind of like, fuck it, I'm just going to keep grabbing shit because it's all just $1.
And when you're checking out, you're like, it's like $30-something. You're like, whoa.
No. I've actually spent $74 fucking dollars in Dollar Tree before because of that same thing. And that's what I think Trump walked into. He spent $74 at Dollar Tree because he was just kind of like, this is all raising my profile and I can do what I want to with my celebrity because of this. I don't think he ever thought that he was actually going to win this shit. No one thought he was going to win this shit, including him. We all thought that Hillary was a shoo-in for this until that night, and it went, oh.
See, that's what happens when you go for that extra box of Raisinets, and you're like, oh, this'll be fine, and then you see like some goobers.
You ain't get no raisins for me, dog. I hate raisins.
Oh, no, I can't stand them. I can't stand anything with raisins in them. I'm just using it as an example.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, just be buying stupid shit. Like you walking down the fucking the aisle and you see some like a pack of razors. You know those razors gonna be rough as fuck on you, but you know what? It's $1. You know what I mean? Have you ever used Dollar Tree razors?
No.
Man, your skin is screaming after them motherfuckers. Your skin is like, man, what the fuck, man?
When I worked at GameStop, of course, you know, by law, there has to be a Dollar Tree across the street from every GameStop by law.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, so I was opening one day and I went in there and I just saw like this frazzled woman. She was a little bitty small thing. She was like staring at something in one of the aisles and I was like, what is she looking at? She was really considering one of those pregnancy tests they have in there.
Wow.
I'm like, never in a million years. Never. No.
Have you ever seen someone with kids and you're just like, how the fuck? That happened to me. I was in Walmart. Was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday. And I seen this lady in Walmart. And she had 3 kids with her. And they were definitely her children. Definitely her children. And I'm just like, how the fuck did this happen? Is that joke that the guy the guy gets fired from being a Walmart greeter? And I was like, how did you get fired? And he was just like, yeah, I saw this lady and she was leaving and she had 2 kids with her. And I asked her and I was like, you know, are they twins? And she was like, clearly you can see that this child is 7 and this child is 3. So, of course, they're not twins. Why would you ask me that? He was like, I was trying to figure out who the fuck would have sex with you twice. So he got fired from Walmart. Like that type of situation. Like she had 3 kids, and they were definitely her children. Definitely her children. And I'm like, how is this possible that somebody... I mean, I guess there's somebody for everybody, but like, yo, I was asking all the questions.
For someone to be like, after you had 1 kid, you're like, you know what? I want to dive back in there.
Know what I mean?
The people of Walmart.
The people of Walmart. I love Walmart.
There's no Walmart where my girlfriend lives, so I have to tell her about this, and she just doesn't understand. I'm like, no, you don't get it.
Where does she live?
Well, she lives in Afghanistan.
Yeah, she lives in a. Shut up, Chase. I'll tell you later. But okay. No, she lives in a. Let's just say she lives in a part of the country where Walmart. Every time Walmart tries to come in, they're like, "Nope, not happening," because of unions. Unions.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, she just doesn't get the struggle that I have to go through every time I go to Walmart. I always tell her I hate going here. I hate this place. I want to throw myself off the roof every time I come here. And she's just like, why?
I love Walmart. Walmart is like the best place ever. Like I said, like, brother, I can get some chicken and some socks in the same place. Like, that is the most amazing thing ever. Like,
you should have a podcast called Chicken and Socks.
Yeah, are you going to take your chicken and put socks on its drumsticks?
But didn't you have a podcast called Laptops and Mozzarella Sticks?
Yeah, there you go, Laptops and Mozzarella Sticks.
You can get laptops and mozzarella sticks in Walmart at the same damn time.
If you can flag down one of those people that work in the deli, yeah. Like, I've literally stood there and they've all walked by looking at me like, the fuck? Bless you.
Thank you. No, the deli people always back there slanging them chickens, yo. They be out here. The Walmart chicken used to be the shit, bruh.
It used to be? Not anymore.
It used to be. It ain't really popping like it used to be, but like when Walmart chicken first started being Walmart chicken, bro, we used to live at Walmart chicken. They used to run out of chicken all the fucking time when they brought that shit to Hampton. They used to run out of chicken all the time. Ain't no more chicken.
It's just like that, huh?
Maybe you got
Just mashed potatoes and
maybe
corn.
you got chicken.
That's a Central Day Entertainer joke, by the way.
I'm gonna beat Chase over the head with a French breadstick.
I'd eat it.
As hard as it is, you will have a concussion, sir.
I never understood people who like that kind of hard bread like that. Like, what's the benefit?
Well, yeah, it gets hard like when you let it sit there, but like when it's fresh out of the little ovens, it tastes good.
Remember someone was like, "Which one do you want to take? You can have one of these for life, but the other ones don't exist anymore." And it was like Olive Garden, Red Lobster. I think one of them was the one with the rolls. Maybe
Texas Roadhouse?
It may have been. But then the other one was Outback. I was like, anything but Outback. Outback's bread is terrible.
Know what I mean? You know what? Out of those, I have to say Olive Garden would be the one that I would keep.
I'm about those fucking butter biscuits, man.
You're a fan of the OG?
On a personal level, I really love the biscuits at Red Lobster, but I don't really love much of anything else at Red Lobster. That is the reason why.
But it was just the rolls. It wasn't everything else.
If it was just the rolls, then I would definitely go Red Lobster. But I'm not really big on seafood, so.
Like,
you mean like it's bad?
I just want the biscuits, dog.
You ever got some of those like Olive Garden breadsticks and like put them in your car and forgot about it for 3 days? You don't want that.
Maybe that tells you that they don't have preservatives.
You don't want that in your life.
They'll make that shit with fucking caulk like Subway does.
You will. That smell will get into your pores. You take a shower and it still won't come out.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Okay. Well, I think we need to. I think it might be time to wrap this up.
I do have to talk about one thing before we go.
Okay, what you got?
I was telling you about it. I haven't told Chase because apparently I text Chase and like I don't know who I'm texting. What's up, Chase? Nothing. Like, Chase, what's going on? Chase, you seen this movie? Yeah. So anyway, yeah, been watching some Cobra Kai. It's pretty good. I'm like halfway into season 2. I'm starting to kind of get out of it though because it's starting to get kind of dumb.
Oh no, sir. Wait till the end. Wait till.
I'm already at a point. They just vandalized like Miyagi though, and I'm just like, this is so fucking stupid.
No, just wait. Wait until the end. Don't say anything of that sort until the end, because that last episode makes all of the bullshit worth it. Well, first of all, both seasons are literally 5 hours long.
Right.
The whole fucking season is literally 5 hours long. Twice. I know because I watched both in the same day. Both times. But that last episode, boy oh boy, will you change everything you say, oh, this is stupid. I think this is going to end stupidly. Ooh, buddy.
Look, unless Hilary Swank comes back and like challenges Daniel-san, I'm not seeing it.
I don't think she needs to challenge Daniel. She needs to challenge Johnny.
What did he do to her?
Because Daniel is the villain. Like, they made Daniel the villain of this. Like,
yeah, okay. Now it's starting to make sense. Now, okay, because I'm like the way they're painting this is like, and then on top of that, this Robbie kid, I want to slap the crap out of him.
I didn't love Robbie. I didn't love Robbie.
He seems too American Golden Boy for me. Just like to the point where it's just cringily just.
Is it me? Does he look like a little RVD?
Well, hopefully he doesn't end up with a wife like RVD's. I'll tell you more. I'll tell you. This is you need to. We need to have a talk about this because this is actually show material. His wife.
Okay, that's for another time.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm Team Miguel all the way. Like, no, he does something stupid later. What? Okay,
I can't say anything. I can't say anything. Please.
okay. If you take Miguel away from me, I have no incentive to watch this show.
Um,
None, because like all these people are fucking stupid to me.
I can't say it because like it spoils the ending, but like the ending changes everything for everyone. Like what happens that last episode is like, holy fuck. Well, you have two minds about it. You're like, holy fuck, this is really happening.
Just
and you're
watch
like,
it, Sam. Just watch
or
it.
and your other mind is like, holy shit, this is really happening? What, like, how is this happening? Why is this happening in the way that it's happening? But I can't have that conversation with you. Why is this happening in the way that it's happening?
I'm waiting for Terry Silver and Mike Barnes to come back. That's all I'm saying.
But remember, Terry Silver is mentioned twice.
They do, yeah. And then Johnny's like, I have no idea who the fuck that is. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess he wasn't there for that leg of Cobra Kai.
So,
but then they have the moment where like if you haven't seen the movies, like you get lost on this one part where the kids are at Miyagi-Do and they start talking shit about Cobra Kai, and he's just kind of like, I was Cobra Kai for a little bit. And like, if you've never seen the third movie, like you don't understand that.
Right. Those movies kind of. Here's the thing: if you look at them now, they kind of suck. But at the time, I was like, yeah, it's a kick-ass movie. I was like, and it's like they're bringing all these nostalgic things back. Like they're having like little moments, like little Easter eggs, if you will. And I'm like, yeah, this is cool, even though I think these movies suck.
not enough CGI for you, Sam?
Yeah, not enough for like droids and stuff, robots. Not enough green screen.
Actually, there ain't no green screen really in it's all like Unreal Engine for Mandalorian. It's weird.
Oh no, I know. There's sets and everything. Like I've seen like the making of video.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
But
are you streaming tonight?
I also like how they actually put in some actual deleted scenes from Karate Kid into the TV show. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not deleted scenes, but alternate takes.
The fight between like Johnny and Daniel, they put in some extra stuff that wasn't seen before.
Have you gotten to the episode where Johnny and the boys go out?
That's I don't. I've been watching all these lately, and I just it's like when you watch a show and you just you watch so many of them at once and you completely forget what happens.
Okay. No, you don't.
The last thing I saw was like Miguel's mom was like, "Come inside my house and sober up."
No. There's an episode where Johnny meets up with his friends, and I'll just say that.
Oh, the old skeleton crew. Okay.
Yes, and the one of the greatest episodes of TV ever. I will say this: I'm not even a huge fan, but one of the greatest episodes of TV ever. But I think we need to wrap this up.
Well, I was asking Sam if he's still streaming tonight.
But no, I don't. I stream Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights. So yeah.
Also, that tweet was I must have got it late.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that was from last night. But yeah, you can check that out, twitch.tv/recklessmage. I'm trying to reach affiliate status. I already have enough followers. Now I just need average views. Once I get my average views up over 3, then yeah, I can make some money and make it rain.
Word up.
And you'll be owned by Amazon.
There you go.
But yeah, I actually streamed on Nepo today.
Did you really? You should follow me on Nepo.
Why didn't you say anything?
Because I just did it on a whim. I streamed some Mass Effect 2.
Did you do Extra Life?
I have done it every year, but I haven't done it this year.
I played a little bit of Mass Effect 1 the other day.
Yeah, I just did the IFF mission.
My daughter was stuck. Because she doesn't know how to drive the Mako. I mean, no one does, but at least I knew how to do it a little bit. So I did the driving for her.
I mean, you're not going to care about this, but Mako does control a lot better with the keyboard. It's almost like it was meant for that. I don't know.
Really?
Because
Yeah, I was
it's
playing on
terrible.
Edge.
Terrible on the control.
Yes, it is. And then she was like trying to do all these like little side missions. I said, no. Do all of the main missions. Do that one side mission on the moon. That'll matter later. But do all of the main missions and skip everything else in one. Unless you want to really do the Comrade Werner thing. But like no one gives a fuck about Comrade.
Everybody gives a fuck about Conrad Werner.
No, we don't. But all right. So I think we're done here. I think we got it. I think this has been successful. And hopefully this doesn't take another month to put out.
Peace out to the Warriors.
So thank you to everybody for checking us out. We really appreciate y'all. Do the things. Wherever the show is, like it, share it, subscribe it, tell your friends, tell your mom and them. I actually got my Candle website up. And so I'll be putting that in the notes. Come get some of these melts, because right now I only got melts on there. I got candles made, but they need to be tested so that I can sell them successfully. But that's going to take some time. But like,
I'm gonna melt on you. That's your tagline.
That sounds really disgusting. I just want to say that sounds really disgusting. That will never be my catchphrase. I'm going to melt on you. Like, that sounds really disgusting. Like, that sounds.
And now you're mine.
No, thank you. Thank y'all for checking us out. We'll be back hopefully in 2 weeks where we can give y'all some more melting in your ear holes. Peace out to the Warriors Show.
Because of earwax.
I like that shit, yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm telling you, Whoa. All right, I ain't gonna talk.